Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, the simple answer is it's enough to be moved by it. I mean, since you brought up classical music, the one of my favorite composers, Morton Feldman, talked about technique is like something that you obviously is necessary, but something you shouldn't become obsessed with, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how you got there, you know. And really, technique is just whatever you can get away with. And to me, getting away with it means that it creates some sort of resonance, you know, in the person who's hearing it and listening to it. Because yeah, I mean, you know, when I go hear a classical concert, I'm like you. Like, I don't know how that stuff is made. I'm not a musician. I can't read music. As much as I've read about music, it doesn't mean I know anything about making it, because I don't. So, you know, I'm not listening to it with that lens on. But just, does it sound good? You know, and I think poetry is the same way. I think it has to please the ear first and foremost, and if it doesn't do that, then no one's really going to care, you know, how much philosophy went into the making of it. And I mean, there's counter arguments to that. You know, I mean, I definitely understand the stance that, you know, there should be some types of art that you have to work harder for, and you know, don't fit into neat ideas about what we think of as easily consumable. You know, but at the same time, I mean, I think about someone like Cesar Vallejo. He's a Peruvian poet whose work is deeply complex. I mean, they're still trying to figure out what he was doing. But when you hear it aloud in Spanish, it sounds amazing. It sounds like music. So who cares? You know, I mean, so I mean, you know, I mean, that's why I think about it. It can be as complex or as varied or as, you know, conceptually difficult as much as you want. But if it doesn't sound good, then I don't know, what's the point?